Most motorhomes can benefit from a good rear view camera system. I stress the word good because there are so many cheap ones out there that are not at all good. And a bad rear view camera system, well, it's worse than no camera system at all, frankly. The one I have on here, and don't be distracted by the bike or the bike rack, by the way, is by Camos. It's called a Jewel, spelt Jewel, but you'll see why it's called a Jewel. It's fairly inconspicuous looking. It's only small, it only has one lens, it doesn't have a motor. It looks pretty, well, not much, nothing special. But when you see the view from the camera on the monitor inside, I think you'll be surprised and impressed. Despite the camera's fairly basic appearance, it is in fact extremely sophisticated, and it gives you two views of what's behind you. When you're in reverse gear, you can see right down to the bottom of the vehicle. You can actually see the tow ball here, and even with the bike rack I can get very, very close to where I want to be. Whoop, I think that's it. Then when I select a forward gear, you can see that the view changes completely. And I get an image on the screen which is ideal for driving forwards. Right now I'm going to take off the bicycle and we'll go for a drive along the open road. The monitor is attached to the rear view mirror just by spring-loaded clips. If you prefer, you can get a monitor which attaches to the dashboard in sizes 4.3 inches, 5 inches or 7 inches. The system's equally useful on motorways. On country roads and around town. It even makes parking easy in supermarket car parks. Even when the sun's low in the sky, it doesn't wash out the image. You can still see what's going on behind you, and that is not true with a lot of camera systems. Here's the same view seen firstly from a Camos Jewel camera system, and then from a very popular system fitted by a lot of motorhome dealers, but you can see the difference in quality. Believe it or not, it's now half an hour, more than half an hour after sunset. It really is pretty dark, and yet the view from the Camos Jewel camera, well, you wouldn't actually know it wasn't daytime, apart from the fact that the cars behind have got their headlights on. And even though they have got their headlights on, they're not dazzling the camera, they're not causing it to shut down so that you can't see anything else. A lot of cameras, when the light starts to fail, well, they start to fail as well. There's no street lighting at all on this stretch of road. and it's so dark that you wouldn't be able to read a newspaper. At the roundabout there is some street lighting. But it doesn't make that much difference. And again here, no street lighting whatsoever. There are basic controls on the monitor. You can adjust the brightness. You can adjust the contrast. The colour, if you prefer. You can even choose to see what's going on behind you in black and white. There's a volume control, but because there's no speaker in the monitor and no microphone in the camera, that's irrelevant. You can also have fun changing the image upside down if you like. I prefer it normal, but if you want, you can put it into what's called normal view mode, which is what you'd see if you were actually looking behind you rather than looking in a mirror. It's always best to use mirror mode, and that way you know exactly what's going on. No surprises. You can change the language if you like, and that's it. You can also, if you don't want to use the monitor, just turn it off. What's in the box? Well, for a start, you get the dual camera with 1 meter of patch lead to connect to the main cable. You also get a little mounting plate here which sits on and enables you to get the correct adjustment, the correct angle adjustment. You even get 2 mounting screws and little silver dots to cover the heads of the screws, so it looks nice as well. Then there's the monitor, which in this case of course is a mirror mounted monitor. It attaches to the mirror using spring-loaded clips at the back, and again comes with a small patch lead. As I said, if you don't want the mirror mounted monitor, you can use this camera with dash mounted monitors as well. The main lead that connects the camera to the monitor is this. It's 13 meters long. As you can see, the cable is very thin. The connectors are comparatively small as well. They're screw-on connectors for a really secure connection, and passing the cable through the vehicle if you're going to make a neat installation is not that difficult, thanks to the narrow size of the cable and the fact you've only got one cable, even though you've got the 2 views from the camera. Finally, you get the loom, which connects the monitor to the camera cable, and you get a switching cable so that it automatically knows what to do when you select reverse gear. You've got power connections, and it's all explained in the comprehensive instruction sheet. You even get a neat little remote control. What you're supposed to do with it, I'm not sure. I'm working on that.